Alright. So I feel like I should kick this off, huh? Alright, so hello everybody. Welcome to the Garyago show. This is our pilot show, so please do not judge us as we slowly transition into this, what is going to be amazing spectacle of an event. Some have compared it to seeing a Muhammad Ali fight or seeing a bear catch a salmon. It's just,
Oh yeah,
pure gold. Well, I guess I'll kick it off a little bit with just introducing myself, and then we'll have you guys hear who Gary is, and we'll go from there. So, I am Chicago 7. I am in KSI. Shocker! I know. My apologies.
really?
But I'm in LW. I'm a co-founder over here. I got a dream team of co-founders over here. Shout out to Karma. If you're watching this, then you're probably cheesing. If you're not watching this, then you don't have your priorities set, and the dream team's over. But that's that. I mean, Gary, would you like to introduce yourself, buddy?
All right, yeah. I'll introduce myself. Hello, friends. I'm KSI Gary 7. I'm founder over here in LW also. Co-head of productions too. I'm a pretty chill guy. I like to have a laugh. Main reason why we're sort of doing the show. Sort of moving away from the KSI stuff, sort of moving into different territories. So hopefully you guys will like what we're gonna put on for you.
Yeah, now we're talking. All right. So, first segment I want to cover. Go ahead, Gary. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, I think you're playing man with Mr. Bearded, aren't you?
Oh yeah, let me give him a quick shout out. If I know Bearded's not watching because he's focused on Madden, but I'm gonna be playing Bearded in a very intense game of Madden. We've done a lot of trash talking already. Things are pretty heated, so I'm hoping I can get this win. But at the same time, I'd feel like I talk too much. Karma's gonna come back around and hit me, and not the LW Karma either. Like the bad Karma. So
I'm
not looking forward to that. But
I mean, we've got to be careful with that.
Right. All right, here we go.
Well, do you know what? Okay, let's just throw this out there. Shoes. Okay, so shoes. All right, so shoes. All right, so yeah. we all need shoes. We all wear shoes. They protect our feet. When we're walking about, stand on something sharp, your shoes will protect you. That nice rubber sole. And then we'll move on to more expensive shoes. You get your sort of $100 shoes. Your work boots, and then you get into the realms of I don't even know. Gucci shoes.
Gucci, you're balling out at that point. Yeah. I mean, those are $500, sometimes $600 shoes. So I dig it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even if they've got flowers and grapes on them, and who cares? Those shoes are gonna be an investment in the future.
Right. Yeah. Regardless of what kind of shoe it is.
Oh yeah.
Preferably ones.
I mean, I hope
like
he's not gonna wear them.
Couches,
I hope he's not gonna wear them. I mean,
but the more granny swag, the better. Ooh.
Granny swag. Oh dear. So yeah, each show we're going to be talking about lots of different things. We're going to be talking about news stories, funny news stories, serious news stories, general sort of events that are going on day to day. We may talk a little bit about KSI, something worth mentioning is going on. Like the Garyago show. That's a pretty big thing that's going on right now. But yeah, so I mean, I've got some pretty interesting news to share with you guys. So over here in the UK, we call them stag do's. you guys over in the United States call them bachelor parties. Just so we're all on the same page and I'm not, talking in a different
Did you say
language.
stag dudes?
But yeah, that's them. Instead of a bachelor party, we call them stag do's and hen nights for the ladies, rather than a bachelorette party. But yeah, so we have a stag do, sort of celebrating the last night. You're a free man, I guess. Our friend Airborne 7 knows all about those, I'm sure, seeing as he's just sealed the deal with his lady. But over here in the UK, oh, you'll like this. Okay, so the title of this story, and I'm getting it from Sky News, is "Priests Turned Away from Bar in Stag Do Misunderstanding."
Oh.
So
So it sounds.
So God.
It sounds interesting, like
Okay.
priests get turned.
Okay, so
this.
Okay, so we had Reverend James. He was one of the chaps, and obviously, the priest attire usually consists of a black sort of a robe with a white collar. We all know, we always see those white collars. We think, oh, priest. So these guys, these two priests, they went off. They popped to the City Arms in Cardiff on Saturday night to celebrate the ordination of colleague Father Peter McLaren. So obviously, this new father had just been ordained into the church, and they thought, hey, son, let's go out for a pint, let's go for a beer, celebrate our good fortunes. So they arrived at the bar, and the doorman who was standing there thought they were a group of revelers in fancy dress and turned them away. So these guys, they were just going out to have a nice drink, and they got told to go away because the doorman thought they were party goers. They were going to cause some grief in the bar. And the doorman basically said something along the lines of, "Sorry, gents, we have a policy of no fancy dress and no stag do's."
I don't know if the story was better than the way that you said it. Yeah.
Well, we're not finished yet, man. We're not finished yet.
Oh shit! Here comes the
Okay,
heat.
so these guys, they were trainee priests there, and they ended up explaining the situation to the doorman, and they understood that it was a bit of a mistake, so they were all bought a drink by the owner of the bar, and they discovered and there was an ale that shared Reverend Robert James's name. I mean, there you go. I mean, if that's not supposed to be, fate, I don't know what is. But yeah, poor priests got turned away for a nice drink because they thought they were revelers.
That's what I think when I see a priest. I'm like, whoa, okay, easy guy.
I mean, yeah, every time, whenever I, see anything going on in a church, I think, well, they're obviously having a party. Or I mean, probably not.
You sit from the outside and just listen in as slow club
Okay, so
music is going on.
You know what a festival is, yeah? Like, I'm sure they have festivals over in the States, music festivals and stuff like that, yeah? What?
Never heard of
Sorry, what? A what?
Yeah, I know what a festival is.
Leave it out, yeah? Alright, so what kind of banned items do you think you wouldn't be allowed to take to a festival?
What kind of banned items do you think you wouldn't be able to take to a festival?
So what can't you take to a festival? What is banned from, you're not allowed to take them to a festival? I mean, there's quite a few, I'm sure, but
I'm not super into festivals to the point where I know what's banned and what's not banned,
Oh no, but I mean, just off common sense, group of lots of people, in a confined space, what wouldn't you be able to take to that place?
Small space group of I'm trying to think of like large instruments, like a full on like a drum set. That might be. I did not mean to throw that.
A drum set.
I can't think of a large like a didgeridoo.
Okay, well, so you can't take fireworks into a festival, That'll be pretty obvious. Yeah, you could cause a lot of damage with those. Drones. Apparently, you're not allowed to take drones to festivals.
Okay.
And the other thing, and I see Hooters is in the chat right now, but get this, pineapples are now added to the list of banned items.
What? That feels like that.
Festival goers.
No, you're joking.
Festival goers planning to take pineapples. No, I'm literally not.
You
Okay,
planned
festival
that
goers planning
with
to take. No,
Hooters.
well, I mean, it was just ironic. It was just ironic that, you know. But yeah, festival goers planning to take pineapples to the Reading and Leeds festivals are facing disappointment with the fruit becoming the latest item to be added to the banned list. I mean, there you go. I mean, what's the point in going? You can't take your pineapples. I mean, I'd be pretty devastated, to be honest. I'd probably, you know, try and get a refund on those tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, hell yeah, you know. All right, are you beating Bearded? Come on.
No, I'm not.
Oh my. Oh my. Okay.
I turned on the volume so that they could hear us instead of the game, and since I've turned on the volume, just downhill, just pure downhill.
I mean, you know what they say, a poor workman always blames his tools.
Is that what they say?
So I've heard.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and so every week, I mean, for the most part, I plan on it at least. Every week I'm gonna be bringing up a top 10. This is gonna be a top 10 list of some random topic that I choose, you know. So each week it'll be different. I'm gonna pick the top 10, in my opinion, obviously, of this, you know, specific topic. Because I wanted to keep it interesting, I decided to, you know, toss in a video game. I mean, why not? We all game, so, you know, can't judge me for that. So I decided to do top 10 Call of Duty games. This is, of course, of all time.
Now, are these going to be your top 10 or top 10 in general?
Oh, these are definitely going to be opinionated. So these are just my opinion.
Okay, awesome.
Because obviously, you know, some people are going to disagree. So, you know, we'll see where this goes. You know, if this ends up being on YouTube and gets a flood of comments of just pure hate as to my order, then, you know, we'll kind of adjust moving forward. But I'll go ahead and share my top 10. A lot of them are more recent, so, you know, I mean, obviously. So number 10 for me, I'm gonna kick it off with Advanced Warfare. I know a lot of people like that game. I mean, I have a buddy in KSI Ninja. He said that's like one of his favorites of all time. I never really got into it. I never really got into the whole jumping, flying, boosting. So like all the newer CODs really just aren't the same for me as like the old school CODs. That's why I'm looking forward to World War II. Number 10 has definitely got to be Advanced Warfare. I mean, it was a classic. I was in a squad that was in Advanced Warfare. Shout out to Hypnos, but you know, at the same time, gotta commend it. Coming in at number 9 is gonna be Call of Duty Ghosts. A lot of people hate that game. I cannot stand that game.
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
I don't dislike it. I think it's not bad. I think that it does, you know, it does the trick for me. Like I just got really into it. So that's always been a super catchy game for me. But I know that most people are like, oh, you know, gross when they think of Call of Duty Ghosts. So, you know, hate me in the comments, flame me, whatever you want to do. You know, I appreciate it, guys. What is that, number 8? I can't count anymore. Yeah, that's going to be number 8. So number 8 for me is going to be Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That one I got for the Xbox One, so it started to transition a little bit better for me. Xbox One controllers feel more comfortable than 360 controllers. So they just feel like they fit in your hand, you know, like they're meant to be there. That's how I feel when I'm using one of those. And so Black Ops 3, you know, having the zombies in it honestly brings it up a lot higher than it would be usually. But I mean, zombies is a classic, everybody knows. So I gotta give credit where it's due. Oh my God, luckiest interception of my life. You're welcome, Bearded. I know you're gonna watch this later. All right. So that was number 8. Number 7 for me is going to be World at War. World at War, I feel like now, if you go back onto it, it's just literally a consistent flood of modders. Like, just people who are just, you know,
Yeah.
trying to keep it PG rated, but just people who are just trolls. And, that's it's a really popular game. I mean, I used to get into it a lot. I can't even think of the name of the gun, but there's a gun where the clip is like a whole disc that's on top of the gun, and you had to like yank it off just to get it off of there. I don't know, just I really got into that game. It seemed it was entertaining. I'm losing track of my numbers, so I don't know where we're at this point.
We got to number 7.
7?
Next
So
is
the Advanced
next
Warfare.
up is number 6.
Then we got Ghosts. Then we got Black Ops 3. And yeah, that we just did number 7. So this one's number 6. Okay, I'm just losing my complete train of thought, but you live and you learn. So that. So after that, I would say number 6 for me. I'm kind of straying off of the list that I had made previous, but number 6 for me is going to be Modern Warfare Remastered. I liked the original one more than I like this one, but got to give a shout out to Modern Warfare. So, I mean, Modern Warfare Remastered is going to be number 6 for me. Not really much to say about it. It's new. It's consistently just people tossing grenades cross map and noob tubing, just like old school COD was. So, can't discredit that there. I just threw a pick. So, that's number 6 for me. Coming in at number 5, the top 5. These are of course all my favorites. So as we get into the top 5, I'm really gonna, have more to say about them. Coming in at number 5 is gonna be the original, I guess, Modern Warfare. So not the remastered version. This was like the game where, I really started to realize that I was pretty good at it. It took a while for me to really get in. Yeah, exactly. It's essentially it was the start for me, the start of the god at COD.
We've all got to have a first time, haven't we? Always a first time.
I knew you were going to say something like that. I just want everybody to recollect and just really assess what just occurred. And on top of that,
just needs to take a step,
just really soak it in. So Modern Warfare, the original, is going to be my number 5. After that, it starts to get into some heavy hitters, some big time CODs. So I got 4 spots left. Coming in at 4 for number 4 for me is going to be Modern Warfare 3. I mean, it's a classic. The MP7 on that game, I would just go in and just murk people with it. Definitely got to be that game for me. That's the number 1 or number 4. That gun for me was number 1. I would go back to that gun in a heartbeat. Let's see what else we got. Number 3, we're gonna go with. It's getting tough now. It's getting tough. I got the 3 on my mind. I'm torn between the order. Okay, so number 3 for me is going to be Black Ops 1. For obvious reasons. It had the zombies. I mean, those were my favorite zombies. Like if I had to choose between all the zombies, I would go back to that specific, game of zombies. So Black Ops 1 piques my interest. And it really got me into the Black Ops series. That's why I ended up getting Black Ops 3. And then, wow, you're really bunching up here at the line of scrimmage, huh, Bearded? Yeah, first down. All right. So that's my 3rd. Now you're getting into the top 2. These ones, it's so difficult to choose between the 2. But number 2 for me is going to be.
I'm interested in what you're going to say for this next 2.
I have a feeling some people already know. But
I know what number one's going to be for you.
number 2 for me is it has to be Modern Warfare 2. Anybody in here
Nah,
who's any
I disagree.
anybody in here who's watching, or anybody who watches this, anybody who thinks or knows that they're a quick scoper, it started on that game. I mean, let's just be honest. It started on that game. That's where quick scoping got hot. And I mean, people could do insane things on that game. I have a buddy who's, not in KSI at the moment, but he used to be in KSI, and this guy could drop nukes like it was nothing. That game was just so entertaining. Bringing that, kind of end all be all kill streak to the game was huge. I mean, it also brought out some rage. I mean, people noob tubed consistently. I think that's where people coined the term noob tube at that point, was just that everybody hating that concept on Modern Warfare 2. So that's, I mean, the noob tube was pretty popular. Other than that, I mean, I don't even need a drum roll at this point. Anybody who's watching, anybody who's seen me play Call of Duty, everybody knows this is my favorite COD. I mean, Gary, at this point, I'm sure you can say this, at this point. Like, I'm sure you could announce what my number 1 COD is. It's got to be Black Ops 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's got to be.
Now, you see, my number 1 would have been Modern Warfare 2, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's popular. I'm not dissing Modern Warfare 2, and that's why I put it, high on my list. But Black Ops 2 is just like, that's the game for me. That's where the talent hit its peak, and that's where it ended, Black Ops 3 was never really super good at it. MWR, not really super good at it. Infinite Warfare, not really good at it. That's where it hit, it hit home for me, was Black Ops 2. So that's got to be my number 1.
Is that where you blossomed?
Oh, that's where I blossomed into the beautiful flower that I am today, And anybody who's watching this Madden game and sees me continuously gamble for these throws, it's because you only live once, And that's those are the words that I live by. But Black Ops 2, shout out to the game. Shout out to Nebula, who consistently plays with me on that game and hates me every single time that I that I'm on the enemy team or do better than him. And then on top of that, shout out to Karma for always bringing us to hardcore, even though
my God,
many people
that girl!
hardcore.
I swear to God,
her and her hardcore.
Karma, I know you're watching. Okay, you and Call of Duty Black Ops 2, you and Rainbow Six Siege are the 2 games that I would never argue with you on whether I'd go on hardcore or softcore, or whether I'd be Ash or Castle. Okay, because if I'm going to be honest, like, it's not even worth, nobody would ever win, ever. I mean, you could argue with you about it all day, but I swear to God, you wouldn't win. Nobody would win. You'd always manage to get what you wanted in that regard, and I think it's so funny. Me for Call of Duty, I mean, I've never been brilliant at the Call of Duty multiplayer games. With Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, I was all about the zombies. On Black Ops 1, the zombie map Kino, Kino D Totem, whatever it is. That was my map. I think I got to something ridiculous, like round 50 once with a couple of my friends. That took us like a day to do that. And to be honest, when we were taught, before we failed, it was pretty boring, because it was just a case of having a massive train going around the whole map, and it got a bit boring. Oh, sorry about that. I'm yawning. It's quite late for me, but hey ho. But yeah, Black Ops. That was a good top 10 there, bud.
Yeah, I gotta give it its credit. Give credit where it's due. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've never been the best at the multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Like there would be no point in me playing with you against you because it would just be pointless.
So I guess we can kind of get into a transitional period here where we can kind of talk about. I know that I just gave a couple shout outs to Nebula and Karma, both of which are in LW. So I guess we can kind of transition to giving some more shout outs to people. Things that we've seen them do, things that kind of just take this time to really highlight some of the all stars within this community, because we have a lot of really hard workers within this community that I feel don't get enough credit, and I feel like this would be the perfect time to kind of highlight them and kind of show them off.
Oh yeah.
So, do you have anybody in mind? Do you want me to start? Where do you want to go with this?
All right. I've got. I'll do the first shout out. So,
Okay.
my first shout out goes to KSI Gary 7. That guy. No, I'm joking. My first shout out probably would go to KSI Genghis Khan. He's Gen over Caesar in LW, and he's been working his butt off. He's really been, keeping on top of his squad. He's got a schedule that he keeps updated for everyone in his squad, in terms of all the meetings for all the squads, all the game nights that are going on, which is I think a lot of the members find it really handy having that at hand. So yeah, my first shout out goes to you, buddy, KSI Genghis Khan. So yeah, great job, man. Keep it up, and you never know what might happen. Sky's the limit,
All right. I mean, I can agree with that. I mean, Genghis has been working his tail off. My next shout out's going to go to somebody that is not in LW. Shocker, right? We're both LW 7s and all we're talking about is LW. My next shout out's going to go to somebody who's not in LW. I want to make
Is
a
your
quick
next shout out going
out.
to someone that's not in LW?
It's not in LW. Did you hear?
Okay, I thought so.
One more time. My next shout out is going to somebody that's not in LW. Okay, cool.
Right, everyone watching, the next shout out is going to someone not in LW, alright? We just wanted to let you all know this. Really soak it in, get it in your heads that
you really got to let that soak it in thing go. That's got to go out the window. So, my next shout out is going to go to KSI Hooters 7. Hooters has kind of been somebody that has been in my party quite a bit, with like me, Karma, Nebula. I mean, Bearded even hops into the party, and she has been kind of just like her. Being in a party with her has just kind of been like a de-stressor. She's been really helping me out. Making sure that I'm good, making sure that the people that she's in a party with are good. So Karma, she's a de-stressor for her too. So shout out to her for that. And then, yeah, I think that's my shout out. So if you have another one, we'll kind of go back and forth here. I don't want to just go to town on shout outs.
All right, my next shout out has got to go to someone that's not in LW.
Oh, shocker.
So this next shout out is going to someone that's not in LW. This guy is a huge part of KSI. He does so much for this community that I think a lot of people don't even realize. This guy, he works his backside off, morning, night, make sure everything's how it should be, help people out with any questions that they've got, and he's always available if you need him. And so I mean, a lot of people would think I'm brown nosing by saying this, but I'm really not. But my next shout out goes to KSI MP7, who's the CDM here, the Chief Department Manager. All of the departments within KSI, he really keeps a close eye on everyone. He's involved with everyone, make sure everything's going how it should be. He also manages all of the social medias and keeps them all up to date. So huge shout out to you, MP. You do this community a great service, and we're all very lucky to have you about, have your experience, your knowledge, and your character. You know, you're a great guy to be in a party with and have a talk with, have a game with. So yeah, huge shout out to you, dude. A lot of us wouldn't be where we are now if it hadn't been for you, bud. So yeah, nice one, man.
Wow. Your shout out just beat my shout out right out of the water. Like.
Oh yeah, just shot you right out there.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to let him score. Give myself some time to recoup, get in the end zone. All right, I'm fine with that. Good touchdown, Bearded. He's not watching. I keep saying it like we're having this conversation together. All right, so now I have to one-up you on the shout-outs, I guess. Didn't realize it was a competition. All right, my shout-out's going to go to the community, for being my home and my family. No, but seriously, yes, but I just wanted to make it more emotional than his was. But on a real note, just kind of it's not for anybody specific, but just kind of I just want to give a shout out to kind of like the community for the the change in dynamics, kind of just changing the way the standard, for example, realizing that something may not be the best way to do something and being able to adjust and change rather than just saying this is how things have always been, kind of breaking that norm. So I just want to give a shout out to the community for kind of changing that mindset that people have, because we shouldn't think that way. Even if something has been happening for a very long time, it can change. Things can adjust. The times kind of change. So I know that they're working on a handbook at some point. So I just kind of changing what has been. Because obviously we gotta
keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Yeah, exactly. We got to keep it fresh, like the Febreze brothers up in here. You know what I mean? Just keep it as fresh as possible. I'm pretty sure I just coined that line from a movie, but shout out to anybody who can comment in the comment section and tell me what movie that's from. If you can't, then I'm sorry.
You suck.
You suck. Good lord.
All right, so I got a little something.
Okay.
It's kind of like a riddle, but not quite like a riddle. I'm going to ask you, Chicago, and anybody that's watching the stream, you're more than welcome to write down your answers as to what you think the answer is. Yeah. So Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think you're quite an intelligent guy, aren't you?
I'm okay, I guess. I can get the job done. Why?
All right.
I feel like I'm not ready for whatever's coming.
I'm gonna see if you can work this out. All right. I'm gonna sort of translate it into American speech so you can sort of understand it. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, I borrowed. There were these really nice Gucci shoes that I really wanted to buy. Right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, and they cost $100, right? Now, I borrowed $50. I didn't have the money to spend on these shoes, okay? So I borrowed $50 off my mum. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. You can have $50. That's not a problem. And then I borrowed $50 off my dad. In reality, that would never happen, but you can live in hope. So yeah, my dad was like, it's okay, son. Here's $50. Get yourself those shoes. You need them. So I got my $100. So I'm pretty happy. Sorry, the shoes cost $97, not $100. My apologies. So I borrowed 50 off my mum, 50 off my dad to buy the $97 shoes. Okay. So after I purchased the shoes, and they came in a very nice bag, I might add, I had $3 left. Okay. So obviously, 97 take away 100. Or sorry, 100 take away 97's 3. So I got $3 left. So I figured what I'd do with the change, I'd give $1 back to my dad. I'd give $1 back to my mum. Okay, so now I owe them both $49. Okay, plus I kept $1 for myself. Okay. So 49 plus 49, how much is that?
98.
Chicago. Well done. 98 plus the $1 I kept for myself from the change equals. So 98 plus 1.
You're really making me do a lot of math here, homeboy.
Hell yeah, 97 plus 1. Come on, you can do it.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm very focused for a second. Wait, what'd you say? 98 plus 1 is 99.
Yeah, man. All right. So where's the other $1 gone?
You have it, right? Didn't you start off by saying you borrowed it? So you might have had that first $1.
Yeah, so I borrowed $100 altogether, 50 off my mum, 50 off my dad to buy 97. Did you win?
Yes, yes, I did. Just beat Bearded on live stream.
Great
You're
job.
welcome. Let's go.
Great job.
All right, go ahead. $50 from your mom.
Okay. So I borrowed 50 off my mum, 50 off my dad to buy my shoes, which cost 97. I bought the shoes, and with the change, so I've got $3 change, yeah? So with the change, I gave $1 back to my mum, $1 back to my dad. So I now owe them both each $49, and I kept $1 for myself. Okay? 49 plus 49 equals 98, plus the $1 I kept for myself, which is 99. Where's the other $1 gone?
I'm gonna either assume a tip, which I don't know why you would
no
tip somebody.
No tip.
Then honestly, dude, like you kept the $1. I know you've said this before and I know the answer, but I really can't rationalize it in my head right now. So I'm gonna say either you kept the other $1.
Well, I kept $1, but I kept so the $3 change I got, I gave $1 back to my mum, $1 back to my dad, and I kept $1 for myself.
Right.
But 49 plus 49's 98. Plus the $1 I kept, 99. So there's a missing $1, isn't there? There's like $1 gone adrift. Where has that $1 gone?
I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe we'll never know. Yeah, and I'm going to be really harsh. I'm not going to explain it to you.
Probably for the people who
so
would
you're
comment
going to be
below.
like pulling your hair out.
Yeah. So if anybody
Well, I mean, you know,
understands what just occurred, and I don't even mean that in the sarcastic way that we usually do it, but if anybody really can comprehend what they just witnessed, please feel free to drop a comment.
Yeah, comment your heart out, guys.
Yeah, comment the section. Just comment all you want. No, but seriously, try to figure that out. Add it in the Twitch stream if you're doing it now. If you're not, and this gets put on YouTube, add it to the comments on the YouTube. Feel free to solve whatever mystery that just was, because even the way he explained it was the most confusing thing I've ever heard.
I mean, it's not that confusing, but
the other $1 went to the strip club because you go there weekly. I don't know the answer.
Okay, well, I just want to give a shout out to someone else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they probably just messaged you.
Not really.
They were like, "Yo, bro."
Not really a shout out, but Father of the Year award goes to this guy. His name's Gary Settles. He's 38 years old, and unfortunately, he got charged with reckless homicide, which is a shame. Yeah. Father charged after 4-year-old son accidentally shoots himself in the head with his gun.
Oh my God!
Great job there, Dad.
We can't.
How on earth
end this on that bad of a note? What the hell? What did you just
we still got 20 minutes of this stream, so
I'm so depressed now.
I think it's important that we. I think it's important that we, look at these issues. I mean, how on earth do you let your son get hold of your gun? I mean, any rational person would keep their gun in a locked cupboard, especially if you've got children running around.
Twitch had an error.
What?
Yeah. I'm not kidding though. I was just